European fantasy comics. Let's talk about it. Be ye from the New World, the Orient, or even that island beyonder over the North Sea. Most of thee are barely aware of the many comic series of mainland Europe, except maybe this fellow. No, no, not these, but those fellows. Not that I can blame thee, my good men and women. Even in my youth, the stories of a young page and his tone-deaf dwarf companion was nothing than a spin-off of the infamous Blue Fairies, created by the Belg Pierre Coudefort, better known as Peo. Smurfs. The reality is an opposite. These blue, three apple high monsters are the spin off of the series Johan. These blue, three apples high monsters are the spin off of this series. The series started as a simple newspaper comic at 1946, although the young page would find his first steps to infamy 6 years later in the weekly comic magazine Spyro. Johan lost his blonde hair and enjoyed two somewhat solo adventures until he met the dwarf Piwi in 1954. But things would go downhill from that. At their ninth album, they met the Blue Menace, the Smurf, and the rest is history. While the two would enjoy 10 stories later, it was in fact that our duo was dethroned. Even as they appeared in a few cartoons, it was more than a byproduct to the Smurf brand. Nonetheless, I enjoyed the stories of this duo. It's a low-level fantasy world, filled with occasionally witches, wizards, smurfs, and dragons. Well, so far I haven't met a dragon in the series, but it's possible because I missed a few. Well, Johan as the main protagonist is rather boring. I personally like him more when Pee wasn't around. It allowed him to react on the situations that Pee does these days. And Pee, at times there's no reason why the king should tolerate his existence, as his roots and as a court jester refuses to degrade himself at some moments. And have I mentioned that he's stone deaf? His goat, however, is a cool, sweet lass. I wish I could say more at the moment. I can get my hands on the missing albums that I lack. But heck, I'm looking forward for the chance that I do. I give the series a major 8, but a must read when you're not a fan of the more adult bloody fantasy genres. Next time, we will talk about a more adult oriented series, The Mercenary.